to sew a classic shirt. Sewing for beginners. Sewing tutorials supported by AngelaKane.com membership, sewing pattern sales and fan funding. Part 2. Transferring the pattern markings. The main pieces are now cut out. As I mentioned before, I am leaving the smaller pieces for later. So we have our sleeves, our shirt back with the fold at the centre back and the two shirt fronts. I shall clip into the seam allowance for most of the markings, and for anything else I'll use tailor's tacks. Chalk may not show up, and coloured markers may mark the silk. With armholes and sleeves, 2 notches usually signify a marking for the back armhole, and 1 notch for the front. Here are the corresponding notches on the sleeve. If there is any easing to be made, it is done between the notches across the sleeve head, but there is hardly any easing required for this pattern. The centre line of the sleeve is worth marking. The slash line for the sleeve placket will need to be marked with a tailor's tack. You could mark the buttons and buttonholes, but I prefer to measure their positions when the shirt is finished. The dotted line is the true centre front, and the next line is the edge of the button band once it is folded. The other 2 lines represent the double fold to the inside of the button band. The centre back also needs to be marked. Marking up at this stage doesn't take long and leads to accuracy when you come to making up. The next stage involves preparing the button band in the shirt front. Traditionally, a lady's button band is a double fold to the inside, whereas a man's shirt is more inclined to have a tab front. This band, especially as it is a soft silk shirt, needs interfacing to give it some body so that it will take well to the stitching of the buttonholes and attaching buttons. Take the measurements of the button band. This one is 1 inch wide. Measure the length and cut 2 strips from your interfacing. A large plastic guide like this is a really useful addition to your equipment. This lightweight interfacing is a little flimsy, so be as accurate as you can. So we have our main pieces cut out and all the relevant markings transferred from our pattern. We still have the small pieces to cut out, the collar, collar band and cuffs. We are going to use the iron-on interfacing to help us. For news of up-and-coming videos, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much for watching. Cutting out the collar pieces is the topic of the next video.